upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
Yo guys, this is Reinhart, and today we will be doing some WLS action here. And my warrior is Bajeera. Yes, I actually messaged him, see if he was interested in running 3s, and he asked for my experience. And because I put some effort into becoming a decent luck, I got to 2.3k. Actually, he was pretty much down to earth to do some 3s, and we're actually thinking of making it a committed team and try to push as far as we can this season. Anyway, let me start with some aids here. Of course, aids needs to be everywhere because you are a freaking affliction luck. Priest here has a full aids with the Curse of Tongues, and I'm gonna fear off this decay so he won't put extra pressure here. He gets feared, he gets dispelled, and Priest also ate a freaking unstable affliction. I love that shit. Yes, dispel me, but you're also taking 20 to 30k damage, plus you get 4-second silence. Pretty amazing. Priest is tunneling here fear. Look at this. Here's the tunnel fear, and basically I'm gonna try to put some dots on him and fear the mage. Mage blocks from my fear, and I'm gonna fear him again before the block expires because I knew he's gonna cancel that shit to put extra pressure. Decay pop his frenzy, and I'm gonna fear him, and after that he popped a Lichborn. And right now we're switching hard on this priest, and I'm gonna keep a focus on the mage because I don't want him to do anything funny. I am spell locking his frostbolt, and Bajeera here is doing a wreck blade storm. And the reason why I switched to focus on the mage here is so when Bajeera actually wreck storms, he can get it off and he won't have to go defenseless, because otherwise mages is gonna shatter him for a pretty good amount of damage. Anyway, priest has full aids again, and he's cutting here, but little does he know that it's over. I'm howling, triple fearing here, and basically we're sticking to that freaking priest like a bee on a honey. Or no, I'm not gonna do vulgar shit this match. Priest gets full dots. I'm putting my pet on him, and I'm gonna spell lock his next cast. I'm gonna spell lock right here. He's full spell locked, and he is basically goes down from the 8 and the Bajeera training. It was pretty relatively easy match. The only thing I want to pay attention for you guys here is you have to switch the focuses, and sometimes you have to get the mage out of the frost skull, because if I didn't spell lock that while Bajeera was wreck storming, it could have been very bad for us and wouldn't put that pressure. For this match I want you guys to try to roll your R's like a freaking chump. Ребята, на горе. Oh, you failed at it? Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, let's get started. Here, I want you to actually pay attention of how we're gonna make that mage our little bitch here. And the best way from what I found out is actually just switching to a pet and killing his pet. His pet is a 3-minute cooldown, so basically if you kill one, he has a cold snap, which is one of his vital things. He's not gonna do it. What pet gives them to a freaking mages? 2 freaking fingers of frost, which means 18k ice lances up your ass, plus instant cast deep freezes without a nova. So that means he can focus deep freeze our healer, and they can put a lot of pressure. By killing the pet, we negate a lot of his damage and a lot of his control, and warrior can actually train a mage with 1 less nova. Of course, 1 less nova, 1 more nova, who gives a shit, right? It's a fucking frost mage. Anyway, let's get back to a commentary. Warrior is fully dotted here, up his ass. And I'm gonna basically right now try to control this match over here. Since I'm here basically getting butt raped, that means I'm not gonna be able to get a lot of cast off, so I'm gonna have to actually refresh the dots on the warrior. As soon as my port was out and the pillar was up, I poured it out so I could actually do some shit here that the lock's supposed to be doing. Multi-dotting, fearing, making the enemy cry, and complain how warlocks are OP when we actually do the lowest single target damage. Anyway, I am casting here, and the mage got me in a full counter spell. What the thing is about the counter spells you guys have to know is as soon as you get one, yell out and tell your healer that the counter spell is on CD. Basically what's gonna happen is your healer can free cast. Here's my communication. Counter spell, blanket, counter spell, full. You're free to cast. Let healer know that. We're switching the mage and I'm putting full aids on him again. And we're putting actually a pretty decent amount of damage on him because A, he doesn't have a pet, he doesn't have extra root, he doesn't have a damage, he doesn't have ice lances. But basically he just summoned the pet and I just failed its commentary right away. I'm putting a curse of tongues on him and basically I am gonna switch and dot up the pet as well because we want that shit down so the mages will be trainable, a lot more trainable. I'm lagging here a little bit, that sometimes happens with the fraps, everybody knows that. Nothing is perfect. In fact, in order for me to render my videos I have to render it 4 or 5 times because sometimes it just gets disabled or sometimes I get a black screen. Hey, go figure, yeah. Monkey Russian, he cannot fucking edit video for shit. But at least you're enjoying my accent, right? Anyway, let's keep going. Mage here is crying like a little bitch because basically he doesn't have a mage armor, he is losing mana, he doesn't have a pet, he blocks here not because of the damage or pressure from our side, but basically because he can cold snap in the future. I'm full spell locking mage out of the Frost School and he is basically kinda crying right here. Pally is free casting heals and I know it is bad, but right now I'm getting trained so hard by this warrior that I have to port back up. I am fully dotting this mage and we decide to go hard and switch on him right away. I'm waiting for my spell lock to get off so I could get a good interrupt on the Holy Paladin because he is turreting those heals. Bajeera got focus charge and focus fear. It was really nice from his side because we're still putting a massive pressure here on both mage and the warrior. He finally cold snaps and he puts out the third pet and guess what happens? I'm trinketing this Pally and I'm dotting his pet again while Bajeera is doing a massive damage to a warrior and basically all of them are dying from the AIDS or crying from the AIDS. Well, go see a doctor, guys. Anyway, I'm refreshing my dots on the pet trying to get a full count on it. And right now I'm soul swapping those AIDS and putting them on the mage. Basically right now his pet is dying from AIDS, mage is taking damage from AIDS. Fucking got to be a love Warlock, you can just put so much AIDS around, it's unbelievable. Refreshing my AIDS on the pet because I want that shit to go down and I'm asking Bajeera to switch. He is switching over here and putting finishing touches on the mage's pet. And the mage is ready to cry again from so much pressure. And basically that asshole just summoned his images because he's trying to survive here and he's trying to get his cast off. But it's kinda too late because he's putting a massive amount of damage. They're polybubbled and I'm drain souling here and I'm juking it because they tried to actually CC me there and interrupt that. Basically from all the dots and everything their mages goes down later on down the match and it was pretty difficult to go against that team, but we actually came on top because of the strategy of killing mage's pets. What would you know? For this last match, yes, this one is gonna be the last match, I want you guys to pay attention to my fell down double spell lock on a freaking priest. It's actually very strong. We're fighting RMP and that's a pretty decent RMP here. I'm fully dotting on the mage and I'm putting and refreshing Curse of Tongues on him. And to be honest, I love Curse of Tongues. I wish I would have like ability to curse people in Curse of Tongues in real life and make them speak not demonic but Russian while they're on Skype. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? The guys are fucking communicating in Russian on the Skype all of a sudden. Anyway, back to the priest. I'm switching back to priest. He popped pain sap. He got my dots fell off and I got a full blind. But Bajeera is trucking him like a champ. I got a first spell lock on him right here. Instantly, without even applying dots, I'm resummoning my pet and I'm attacking him. And he's going to a Ring of Frost and I'm putting my pet down, but it still got frozen. But I still got my dots off. And it's about 4 seconds till my pet gonna get unfreeze. While my pet was frozen, I put a howl on him so he couldn't heal himself up. And I coiled him for a full duration because he popped the trinket. And that was the deciding fact, even with a blanket spell lock on him. We won this one easily. Guys, thanks a lot for watching Get Shit on AIDS video. And more coming if you guys want. Have a good one.